Hey guys, welcome back to another CDFM YouTube video. But this video is actually going to be special. It's going to be different. The moment you guys have all been waiting for, the CDFM presidential debate. Brother versus brother, Daniel versus Benjamin. I hope the debate goes well for both candidates, and I would like to watch it because it's very entertaining, first of all. And I hope that it goes well for both of them and that we have no mess-ups, errors, I guess, stuff like that. So yeah, guys, let's get started with this debate. Okay, so the first candidate I will be announcing for this presidential debate of the CDFM of 2026 is Daniel. And the next candidate I will be announcing for the CDFM debate of 2026 is Benjamin. Let's continue with the debate, guys. First question for Daniel for the CDFM debate of 2026. Why are you the best candidate for this position? You have 1 minute to answer this question, Daniel, starting now.
Well, let me explain. The reason why I decided to run and show that I can win is that I asked ADS, I said, yo, why don't you take a break? Let me take over and run for president. You know, to give myself a shot to show that I can actually officially be the president instead of just taking over the group and saying, hey, I can do it. I wanted to take over because I know I can win. I know I have a shot, and all you guys have to do is just to vote and accept the vote. That's my purpose of why I'm running. The other purpose is I want to add more things and not take out. Everything that we're doing is right. Other than that, that's why. I'm running for president to show excuse me, that I can win. I want to give myself a shot that I can run. And that's all. That's why I'm running for president, and I know that I can win.
Now on to Benjamin. We're going to ask him the same question. Why are you the best candidate for this position?
Well, I ran last year, and we need a new president. He's probably one of the worst, and probably will be the worst president or vice president in history. He was making lies about saying the groups I've been making. How can I make groups if I'm not president or vice president or governor? I don't know. Any. How can I make groups, huh? That's one of the lies right there. Okay? Number 2, why I should be the candidate. They have been making 99% when Elias was president of the CDFM. 2.5 years being president, only made 1% of the law. 99% are from him. That's unbelievable. He should be making more laws than him, or ideas. He's been giving him more ideas. 99% ideas come from him. 1% come from him. So that's why another word that you should vote for me. Number 3. He's been saying that I've been doing bad. I've been governor, which is not true. I was doing good as governor. I was doing everything good for governor. That's another lie. That's why you should not. That's why you should vote for me.
Second question for Daniel for this CDFM presidential debate. What are your top 3 priorities if elected? 1 minute starting now.
The things I want to do when I run for president, if you guys saw my rally, you can go check it out right here. Here's the thumbnail. You can go check out the video right here. Like I said, more events. You know, extend the group. And the third one I want to do is, well, I'm going to add a third one. I'm going to add an extra one. I'm going to add population. You know, the population has not been growing very much, but I want it to grow. So when I win and now become president, I want to try to extend the group, add more events, and grow the population. Why? Because this group has not grown the population in over 3 months. This population has not grew. And I've decided, and I say, you know what? Let's do these 3 topics. More events, extend the group, and yeah, and add more population. Yeah,
Okay, your timer ended. Yeah.
Thank you.
So next question is for
Your mic.
Benjamin Alexander. It will be the same question. Want to repeat the question?
Yes.
I'll just repeat it.
Sure.
It's in the local vision category. What are your top 3 priorities if elected? You have 1 minute starting now.
First of all, he actually lied. Sorry. He was saying that his president was doing bad. So as being vice president, alright, so as him being he's saying that his president was doing bad. So wait, it doesn't make sense, huh? His president, so he was vice president for the president. And he's saying the president was doing bad because he's saying about the population was not growing enough. So that's a lie, as you've been saying. And that's another lie that he was saying. I mean, not a lie. He's just saying that his president was not doing good. So that's what's happening.
Okay, this question, I will be asking the third question now. So, how do you make difficult decisions? 1 minute starting now.
How do I make difficult decisions? That's not even a question. Like, what do you mean make difficult decisions?
Like if you have to make your own decision, something about that, what would you do? Would you ask them?
Well, something hard, a difficult decision. Probably something on our enemy, like to do something to him. Like this is because we've just been having it for 2.5 years, and it's pretty hard. Like decision to like end him, like like ending his group forever and done, like in like a full force or what. So that's what we don't know. So that's a difficult decision, but we can make something out of it. So that's it. That's it.
So this fourth question for the CDFM presidential debate goes to Daniel, and it says, what is one promise you may find difficult to keep and why? You have 1 minute starting now.
I mean, a promise that I try to keep, I guess.
Fine. Which promise you might find difficult to keep?
Oh, it has to do with the war. Like for example, like if I promise that we're not gonna have any more, there probably will be a war happening soon. I mean, like the CDFM, it's a rival technically, not a war. We just call it a war, but it's more just a rival. But I mean, that's a really hard decision. But keeping a promise, saying you'll promise, but it won't be a promise. That's a hard thing to do. But like I said, the only thing is, if I promise there's not gonna be any wars, there probably will be a war. Also, just a rival. But yeah, that's why I really pretty much don't keep that promise. But yeah.
The question now goes to Benjamin. What is one promise you may find difficult to keep and why? 1 minute starting now.
One difficult promise that I can't keep?
Yeah, what's one promise that you may find difficult to keep?
Well, the war we have with our enemy, make a treaty is gonna be hard to keep. Because sometimes he just starts it again. And then we have to start again. Because we can't just say, okay, here, you can bomb us. Okay, treaty's done. Okay, just bomb us. We can't do that. We have to save ourselves. So that's why we have to keep attacking him if he does something. Right now, we're still in war right now, and they've been doing nothing about it. They've been doing nothing about it in the war. And also, when Daniel said about the population that was not growing at all, you're actually saying something bad about his president that he was a part of, the vice president. His president was Elias, was his vice president. He was vice president for the president.
All right, this is the last question for Daniel, and it says, what evidence suggests your proposed solutions will work?
What do you mean by that?
Like, what evidence is there that's gonna support your ideas, that is gonna help us? Like, how is this your ideas? Like,
what are my ideas?
Yeah, like what you're saying, like how you're benefiting the group. What proof do you have that that's gonna benefit the group? That's basically what the question is asking.
I mean, I have a good VP also as my president.
1 minute starting now.
I have a good VP, Ideas, and also AK as our former president right now. He's brought this group very strong, and it's always stayed strong since from start. Yes, it has gone down. Yes, we might have gone down business, but that doesn't mean the group was dying. I mean, the group was dying, but how strong our group was, that wasn't dying. None of that was dying. The only thing that was dying was our people. Our people, not dying, but people were leaving the group. Our group was dying. But now it's growing again. The population, not really. But why? Because the group is dying. People are thinking that this group has just stopped. But we didn't. That's why I'm running for president, to show that this group can stay strong. Not only that, but it will not die. We can keep this group strong because of Elias and because of me. That's how it's going to stay strong.
Time's up. Alright, next question is for Benjamin. And it's the same question and the last question.
Oh my god. Sorry, guys.
And it says, what evidence suggests your proposed solutions will work? What evidence suggests your proposed solutions will work?
You make it more specific?
Like, can you tell me evidence that's gonna support your ideas and help keep them in group?
Well, evidence that I just said, which is that I was saying that Daniel was saying stuff about the president, which was his. So okay, so his president that he was being vice president for was Elias, and he was saying the population was doing bad. So he's saying that the president was not doing good at all. That's what he's saying. So he's really not helping in a way for Elias. And also, like what he said, Daniel, I've been making groups. How am I making groups? I'm not president, vice president, I'm not secretary, I'm not governor, I'm not a judge, I'm not anything. I mean, I am, but this was before, 2 years ago, he's talking about, I was making groups. And then he just stopped doing that. And he's trying to say that he's trying to make an excuse so he can win, which is actually a lie. He's trying to lie to become the president. Once he becomes president, he's gonna do the worst thing, probably even worse than Elias. So that's why we gotta watch out who we vote for. Me, you should vote for me. Him, you should not vote for him because he's a very bad guy. Also, he's not good at all as being president. So don't vote for him. Vote for me.
Time's up.
All right, guys. The first YouTube shout out is gonna go to Ruben Padu. Here he is. His channel is right here. We'll put it right here. On top of me, Rodel Padu, right up here, right above me. And on my right, Cesar Castanon. Go subscribe to him. He just started YouTube not that long ago. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you made it to the end, go vote in the comments. Vote for who you're voting for. Thank you all for paying attention, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Peace. Have a good day.